For years, the Philippines was often overlooked on the world stage. Sandwiched between larger powers, it was seen as a poor nation with little influence. But today, the world is suddenly paying attention. From Washington to Tokyo, from Beijing to Brussels, leaders are realizing that the Philippines holds the keys to one of the most important regions in the world. Why has this island nation, once ignored, become the center of global interest? The answer lies in geography, economics, military strategy, and the growing realization that the Philippines is far more powerful than it appears. The Philippines is not just another country in Southeast Asia. It sits at the crossroads of history, trade, and great power competition. With over 7,600 islands, a population of more than 115 million, and a location at the heart of the Pacific, the Philippines is now central to the world's future. In this video, we'll explore the reasons why the world suddenly cares about the Philippines, from its strategic position in the South China Sea to its booming economy to its vital role in the global struggle for influence. One of the main reasons the Philippines is now impossible to ignore is geography. The country lies directly between the South China Sea and the Pacific Ocean, two of the busiest and most contested waterways in the world. The South China Sea alone handles more than $3 trillion worth of trade every year. Whoever controls these waters can disrupt global shipping, energy supplies, and economies across the planet. The Philippines, with its long coastline and proximity to key choke points, is at the center of it all. Even more important is its closeness to Taiwan. The island of Luzon in northern Philippines is only about 200 kilometers away from Taiwan's southern tip. In any potential conflict between China and Taiwan, the Philippines would be on the front line. That makes the country not just important, but absolutely critical in the balance of power in Asia. This geographic reality has reshaped the Philippines' role in military strategy. The country has become a cornerstone of U.S. defense plans in the Pacific. Through the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, America has secured access to 9 Philippine bases, giving it forward operating positions near Taiwan and the South China Sea. Other countries have joined in. Japan is negotiating new security agreements, Australia is expanding joint drills, and even European navies are sailing through Philippine waters to show support for freedom of navigation. The Philippines may not have the largest military, but its territory offers the bases, sea lanes, and strategic depth that world powers need. This is why foreign militaries now invest heavily in joint exercises and partnerships with Manila. But it's not just about military matters. The Philippines is also rising as an economic player. For years, it was considered a laggard in Asia, but that reputation is fading fast. The Philippines is now one of the fastest-growing economies in Southeast Asia. Its business process outsourcing (BPO) industry employs millions, making the country a global hub for call centers and digital services. Remittances from overseas Filipino workers pour in billions of dollars every year, supporting families and fueling domestic demand. Foreign investors are starting to take notice. With a young population, an expanding middle class, and a strategic location, the Philippines offers opportunities in infrastructure, energy, and technology. Global corporations are increasingly looking to Manila, Cebu, and Davao as investment hubs. Perhaps the single most important reason the world cares about the Philippines today is the South China Sea. For decades, China has expanded aggressively in these waters, building artificial islands and militarizing reefs. But the Philippines stands in the way of total control. In 2016, the Philippines won a landmark international court case against China, proving Beijing's territorial claims invalid. While China ignored the ruling, it gave the Philippines and the world a powerful legal weapon. Every clash between Philippine Coast Guard ships and Chinese vessels makes global headlines. These confrontations are not just about fishing rights, but about the future of international law and the freedom of the seas. This is why the U.S., Japan, and others rally behind the Philippines. If Beijing can bully Manila into submission, it sets a precedent for the entire world. Supporting the Philippines is about protecting the global order itself. The Philippines' importance also lies in trade and supply chains. Global commerce depends on stable sea routes, and the Philippines sits astride some of the busiest in the world. Energy shipments from the Middle East to East Asia pass close to Philippine waters. Electronics, food, and manufactured goods travel across these seas. Any disruption, whether from conflict or blockades, could send shockwaves across the global economy. For this reason, corporations and governments alike now view the Philippines as essential to global stability. The security of its waters is tied directly to the prosperity of countries thousands of kilometers away. Beyond geography and economics, the Philippines exerts soft power through its people. More than 10 million Filipinos live abroad, working in industries from healthcare to shipping to engineering. They form one of the largest diasporas in the world, shaping perceptions of the Philippines globally. Filipino culture, from music to food to hospitality, also spreads soft influence. The image of Filipinos as warm, hardworking, and resilient gives the country a unique kind of power. This human connection is part of why so many foreigners are interested in visiting, investing, and even living in the Philippines. All of these factors combined explain why world powers are suddenly courting the Philippines. The U.S. sees it as a frontline ally. Japan views it as a critical partner in regional stability. Europe wants to ensure freedom of navigation. Even China, despite its confrontations, seeks to maintain economic ties, knowing that alienating the Philippines entirely would be costly. For Manila, this attention is both a blessing and a burden. It brings investment, security guarantees, and global visibility. But it also risks pulling the country into the middle of great power rivalries. Despite its growing importance, the Philippines still faces serious challenges. Corruption remains a problem. Infrastructure, while improving, lags behind neighbors. Political shifts risk undoing progress, and being caught between China and the U.S. creates pressure to choose sides. Foreign attention is not always positive. It can lead to dependency, interference, or conflict. The Philippines must navigate carefully to protect its sovereignty while benefiting from its new position of influence. The Philippines is no longer just a backdrop in global affairs. It is now a central player in the struggle for influence, trade, and security in Asia. Its geography makes it critical, its people give it power, and its alliances elevate its importance. The world suddenly cares about the Philippines because it has no choice. What happens in these islands will shape the future of Asia, and by extension, the world. So, what do you think? Is the Philippines ready for this spotlight, or will the pressures of great power rivalry prove too much? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Philippines Uncovered for more untold truths and global insights.